Back on the road for another big opportunity against a conference leader. Just your thoughts going into it.
It's a very good game, top 25 opponent, and another opportunity to get a big win.
It's going to be a game against a really good rebounding team. I mean, what's going to be some keys going into it?
Just finding bodies, hitting them early. You know, like you mentioned, they're a very good rebounding team. They might be the best in the conference. So this is going to be a big point of emphasis for us.
Is that exciting for you, a guy that is down low and trying to get those rebounds?
Oh, it's very exciting. It's like a challenge, and I just look forward to stepping up to the plate. Yeah.
Mike, how much more comfortable are you with your post moves now than a year ago?
I feel very more comfortable. Been working on it a lot. In the last couple of games, I've been producing more, so it's just adding more to my confidence and just going to continue to get better.
Talking about that, your hook shot seems to really be improving. What are the keys to having a good hook shot?
Reps, and then another good thing is just having good positioning before you go into your move.
What do you feel is like the next step, the next piece of your game that you'd like to add?
Just continue to get better, stronger, and just improving all areas of the game. Nothing in particular.
Back on the road, another top 25 opportunity against a conference leader. Just your thoughts going into it.
Well, Houston does so many things well. Their two leading scorers come off the bench for them right now. In Grimes, who is a McDonald's All-American, Mills, who, as of right now, depending on how things go the rest of the year, is a top candidate for the Freshman of the Year. But they have a unique situation. They have a lot of red shirts, guys that are a little older than their class, but they defend very well. #1 rebounding team in the country. So we have to do a great job on the glass. We're going to have to really tighten up our blockouts and our cutouts, those around the basket, those on the perimeter. UConn gave them a great game yesterday. And in this league, if you don't play well for 40 minutes, you put yourself in a difficult situation. So we have to play well for all 40 minutes. You have to do a really good job defensively. And obviously, one of the areas that we need to make some improvements in, and rapidly, is on the offensive end. And we're going to be tested in that against one of the best defenses in the country.
How have the guys responded from the other night? And it's a close group. How are they sticking together through the adversity?
Well, I think our guys understand, where we need to get better and what we need to do to get better. I think we were asked at the end of that game, is it fixable? There's a lot of things that are fixable. Offensive movement, sharing the ball. You equate it to, a baseball. Guy steps up to the plate. We need to hit singles and doubles, not home runs all the time. Quarterback can't keep throwing down the field. You got to get first downs. And so I think our guys understand that. And that stuff is all well and said and done if you make the shots at the end of the possession. And we need to, shoot them with confidence and take quality shots. And I think that's an area that our guys have seen on film now, and have done a good job in the last day and a half of getting prepared to do that.
You already mentioned the two guys off the bench, but they've got 4 guys that score over 10 points a game. It looks like team defense is really going to be something you're going to need to have.
They're very versatile in terms of their scoring. I think 7 different guys or 6 have led them in scoring in different games, so you can't key on one particular guy. Giroux, who was not starting and not playing as well in the beginning of the year, is now playing his best basketball of the year, and he creates and gets other guys shots, but plus he can score himself. He had 18 last night. So you have to play team defense. You really do, and guys have to know personnel in terms of what guys' strengths are, and we've done a pretty good job of that. We really have, and we need to continue to do that.
After the Wichita State game, you talked about the team needed to get better at decision-making and trusting the movement a little bit more. Is there anything that has led to a regression, for lack of a better term, in those areas?
Well, I think, just maybe the mentality of, when things aren't going as well as you're not making the shots that you're either accustomed to or have worked on to make, now you have a tendency, okay, I have to do this myself or whatever. And it's not just one, it's variety of situations. You know, be it in a post-up, if they dig down on you or they double team you, you got to get it out of that. You know, on your drives, if they help down and they got bodies in front of you, you got to be able to kick the ball out. You know, and again, one of the other things is this is our third top 25 team in the last 4 games. So again, it's not like you're doing it 5-on-0. You're doing it against, you know, 3 of the best defenses in our league. But to be honest with you, in Wichita State and in Memphis and now in Houston, 3 of the best defenses in the country as well. And when you're not shooting the ball, everything gets even more highlighted. Every decision, every open guy that we don't hit, and different things like that. And offensively, you can see you're pressing a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's natural. That's not like we're unique in that. We just have to get back to, you know, moving the ball, moving people, guys off the ball moving as drives occur, guys off the ball moving as the ball goes into the post, and different things like that. And it's, again, you see it, you show it, and then now you got to work on it. Now you got to execute it in games.
So this morning, I'm looking at Ken Pom, and I see that Houston, their offensive rebounding percentage is like just under 40%,
Yeah.
3 in the country.
Yep.
What makes them so good on the offensive glass?
Well, they're deep, so they always got fresh guys in. And he also has the ability, if you don't go to the glass, you're coming out, and someone else is going in, you know, and there's no motivation like playing time. But they're big, they're strong, they're athletic, and they send 4 to the glass every single time. And their guards, you know, Hinton is one of the leading rebounders in the league. At one time, I think he was leading the league in rebounding, and he's their starting wing. You know, so there's a mentality that they have about it. Sometimes their best offense is the missed shot. And you got to do a great job of staying disciplined on every single shot that goes up. If you're not laying a body on someone, you're going to be in deep trouble.
This week you get to sport sneakers on the sidelines for Coaches versus Cancer. How important is that initiative for your staff to participate in?
It's very important because as a national group, the National Association of Basketball Coaches have paired with the American Cancer Society, and over the years not only brought awareness, but have done an unbelievable job of raising money. The funds that the NABC in connection with the American Cancer Society, the amount of money that has been raised has had a tremendous impact. And, you know, the coaching profession is no different than any other profession. We're all touched and impacted on the negative side by cancer. And at the same time, you know, we felt many years ago that let's do something about it. And you've seen not only coaches, but obviously coaches, families, friends, people close to the programs that you coach at. And so for us to come together, it's one of the few things as basketball coaches we agree on, you know, and it's good during this time of the year to bring that awareness out for everybody. And wearing the suits and sneakers is obviously makes people very aware of not only what we're doing, but the fight that everybody's in, you know, because it's a fight we can win. And the way to win it is through funding. And I think our organization has done a great job of that.
Can you just speak to the parity in this league? You see what Tulsa did to Memphis the other night. It's really kind of an any given night league more than ever this year, right?
You know, you look at the jump in our league in the last 3 years, I don't think any other league has seen that, you know. Better players from top to bottom, older teams, you know, coaches who are now kind of solidified at times, and even myself and some of the newer guys are taking programs that were not in the right shape and getting them there, you know. So if they play well and the other team doesn't, they're going to win games, you know. We proved it last year. Tulsa now on top of the league right now. And, you know, it's the way it's supposed to be. Now, our next step as a league is for when you're Memphis and you don't play well and you lose at Tulsa, for the national audience not to see that as a bad loss. Because that's where the other leagues have an advantage over us right now. No one, for example, a team in the Big Ten has lost 6 straight games in the Big Ten. They were number 1 or number 2 in the country at one point. So now they're talking they're not playing as well, but no one's talking about them not playing in the postseason or something like that. You know what I mean? And because those are all going to be seen as quality losses. And that's where we need to get as a conference, and I think we're making strides in that direction. So, you know, it's a league that if you don't play well, and I mean play well, you have to play well. You just can't play good. You have to play well in order to be successful and get a win in this league.